Welcome in, Renegades. And we are actually 1 month right now from ICPCC 2024. And this is very, very cool. This is going to be one of the biggest meetups in the history of the internet computer. And today we're going to talk about this massive ICP dump and will the internet computer recover? Now, if you follow my channel, then you know on our previous video that I had called ICP to right around $15.50. Now, this is why it's absolutely imperative that you set the notifications and you watch my videos when I'm telling you these price targets, because while the internet computer progresses in this bull market, we're going to see massive pumps to these price targets, and then we're going to see these big retracements back to these key support levels that were previous resistance levels now turn support. So that's why I was watching 1550. It was where the Fibonacci golden retracement level was at. It was where massive support before from around 1670 all the way down to that $15 area, which was previous big resistance. So get ready for the next move. I'm really getting excited about how the daily RSI is cooling off. I'm getting pretty happy about how this correction, we're going to look exactly what it is from the top. We're going to look at what it is from where we move now. And then we're going to give you a detailed price prediction, because we could be moving to about from $24 to about $30 in the next couple of months. I see after this manipulation with the Bitcoin halving, I knew this was going to happen. We called this months ago. I knew we were going to have a big correction. This is why it's so important to smash the like button and share this with other people so that they know what is happening with the internet computer. I've been doing this for over 2 years, looking at the price, watching how the RSI interacts with the volume on the daily basis and with the price compared to that volume. And that's what we're going to look at later on today. But let's get into some news first. We have a great video. Bye. Exactly. So before we get into news and stuff, I just want to talk a little bit about the internet computer. And I want to recap. I'm not trying to do that yet. So ICP is a crypto. Whoa, my stuff's all messed up here. Okay. ICP is a crypto that people coming into the market need to start looking at. So with the internet computer, it can do so many different things on the web level. And that's what makes it really different than every other crypto, is it can interact directly with an internet browser. It can, store things on chain that other cryptos cannot do. It now has AI capabilities. It is the only crypto that has direct integration with any other crypto. The internet computer can be staked and it gets the most rewards. Yes, you have to lock it up for a long period of time, but that makes sense because one, you get to judge the network and which way you want to see the project go. And then you also get the biggest rewards in staking. And I never thought, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I never wanted to really stake my crypto longer than about 30 days. But the cool thing is ICP is geared for the bear market to bull market switch. And that's what you need to take advantage of in a crypto like the internet computer, is to lock your ICP up during the bear market. While that price goes down, you accumulate more and more ICP. And then when the price goes up, then you have ICP as liquid that you can either take out in the maturity or you can wait till it unlocks and then you have all of your ICP plus, double the amount. So all of these reasons, and if you check out the DeFi on the internet computer, this is another reason why I stick around, because I've always loved DeFi. That's what moved me from Bitcoin to Ethereum, was the DeFi, the capabilities and the things that you could do. I used to lend out my compound tokens to get BAT tokens. I used to lend out my BAT tokens to get compound tokens. But now on the internet computer, I'm able to do everything for basically free. It costs me so much money to stake or to lend and borrow and interact with these protocols on a chain level. And that's the cool part about the internet computer that I want you guys to really understand, is you can interact with this crypto on a web or on a chain level. And that's the difference, is a lot of these other cryptos, when you interact on a chain level, it's slow, it's laggy, you can get front run, your transactions might not go through, and it's going to cost you a lot in gas fees. So now I can interact with DeFi. I can do it for cheap. I can do it instantly. So say, okay, here's a big thing. Like, say I have a transaction go through, and I need to buy an NFT right away, but I need to, get a certain token to buy that NFT. Whatever. In the future, that could be possible on the internet computer, where and I've seen it happen before with CCC, where you would interact with the NDP token to buy NFTs. But let's just say, for instance, there's another token that is integrated with one of these NFT markets, and you need to get that token on DeFi real quick. Say I need to trade ICP for a Renegade token, and then you use that Renegade token to buy the NFT. Well, if I'm, waiting an hour for a transaction to go through and I'm paying a bunch of money, one, I just lost some of my profit for my NFT because I had to pay more gas fees than I really should have. And two, now I wait an hour and somebody else just bought the NFT that I wanted. So that's the benefit of using the internet computer. You save money on gas fees. The DApp is the one that takes all of those, gas fees onto them, and you can do instant finality, and it can be scaled to the masses. So every box that you want to check for a crypto, the internet computer checks all those boxes, but then it does stuff that is not even possible on these other chains, like direct integration with the Bitcoin network and being able to use a Bitcoin address interacting with the internet computer, and same with chain key Ethereum. And then it's going to add all these ERC20 token standards as well. So say if you need to buy Ethereum for OpenSea or something, and you can do it really quickly on the internet computer with CKETH, and then, buy an NFT with CK Ethereum. That's the kind of capabilities, quickness, gas fees that can scale other cryptos too. So imagine CK Solana comes out next, right? The internet computer isn't here to take over. It's here to help every crypto take over. And so imagine there's an outage on Solana and you're like, man, the price went way up right now. Say it went from 180, whatever it's at right now, double to like $360. And now Solana's down and you can't really sell or do anything with your Solana. Now you can use CK Solana and you're like, okay, it's at 360. I'm going to sell my CK Solana, turn it to ICP. And then when Solana goes back down, you can trade it back to Solana or whatever you wanted to do, and you will have one up on the rest of the Solana network because it went down and nobody else can do anything, with Solana, and you're the one that can interact in whatever way that is, whether it be DeFi, whatever you is not possible when it goes down, you will be able to do with the internet computer. So this is cool, and it makes Solana a better crypto. How do you solve an outage with a network when you can't solve the outage with the network? You have to find a third party, like a layer 2, right, for Solana that stops these kind of outages, and it makes it possible for it to be ran 100% of the time. So the internet I could go on all day about what the internet computer can do, what it can add to crypto, what it can add to other, blockchains. I just think it's beautiful. Fake news, he says to buy, but I don't know, is that fake news? You judge. No, I told you it was going down here. This is where I'm buying right now, just to let you know. This is what I wanted, exactly what I wanted, because we're going to look at how far it went down from the top now. It's just perfect, man. This is what we want to see. This is a healthy correction, massive dump. This is a buying opportunity. This is what we want. The next move will shock you. So what's up, Lewis? Good to see you again, man. ICP to the moon. But not yet. Let's get a nice dump and everybody can get back in. I was telling my friend today, I'm like, it's a good time to buy ICP. Like when they ask me, like people ask me, when do I buy ICP? I'm like, just wait, just be patient. It will go down to a level that's, you know, pretty safe to buy at. And if it goes a little bit further down, more buying opportunity, but it might not. So that's a risk we take, right? That's why dollar cost average. So if you buy it when it dumps down from, you know, $20 to 15, that's a 25% correction, just from $25 to $15. I mean, that's a nice, healthy correction. So he says, I buy 50 to 100 a week, no matter what. Nice. So that's smart. I mean, it's a little bit risky if you do it at the exact same time, but if you wait during, like, say, okay, Monday through Sunday, I'm going to pick one day, and it doesn't matter what day during this week, Monday through Sunday, at the best price that I can get, or a decent price that I think is a good price every week. And then that's a good way to do it. Don't ever just set up a buy order on a timer, because you could end up buying really high and then dollar cost averaging. Like you buy when it goes to 20, you know, you don't buy at 15, whatever, you know, you don't want to do that. So, but you're smart, so you know that. So. Traded a bunch of ADA to ICP on the dip. Okay, I think Cardano is great. But man, I'm investing more of my money in ICP right now. Like last bull run, it was Cardano. I'm not going to lie to you. The smart contracts were getting ready to come out. You know, everybody loved Cardano. It's still a great crypto. But I think this bull run, if you take all of the aspects of Cardano, you know, Charles Hoskinson, what they're doing over there, and then you take Internet Computer, Dominic Williams, what they're doing here and what they have to offer this bull run, then that was a good move in my opinion. Even in the short term, if Cardano goes up more, I think the Internet Computer has bigger potential this bull run. And then CK Cardano, CK80A is coming soon. So Chainlink, see, and that's a good one too. You know, Chainlink, I overlooked it in the last bull run. I had some, but I never really looked into it a lot. But I really like Chainlink. It links chains together. I mean, come on. It's like, yeah, I'm going to look more into Chainlink too. And I think Chainlink is great. But I just really think the Internet Computer is the one to watch this bull run. Like, this is why I've been talking about it for 2 years. I was waiting for this. Like, we were waiting to see the capabilities of what the Internet Computer could do in the next bull run, one with technology, and two with people coming in and understanding what's going on here. And that's what we're doing. So let's get into some news now. Definity today is talking about this Olympus. And I like this kind of thing because, like, I'm talking about this ecosystem where you could interact with these tokens, maybe buy an NFT, you know, the DeFi, all the capabilities. Well, that's the ecosystem of the Internet Computer. That is the backbone of what makes the Internet Computer different and the one to watch this bull run. So the Olympus Acceleration Platform is the first on-chain Web3 accelerator launched on ICP. Olympus enables permissionless ecosystem inclusivity by creating a marketplace accessible to qualified projects. Cointelegraph explores more, and I'm interested in this because we have our ICP Renegades NFT and game and token, Renegade token on ICPSWAP. So maybe they could help us accelerate our project and move forward. So let's see what they're doing over here. So Definity launches Web3 accelerator platform on the Internet Computer. They launch it with about 15 million in funding and mentorship support from a plethora of investors. That's pretty interesting to me. So Olympus represents the first decentralized on-chain Web3 accelerator. Definity said it's a first of its kind platform, and it will be used by teams around the world to organize and launch their own accelerator programs. So it looks like this is an accelerator. So it's accelerating accelerators. The foundation also cites Olympus open stake model where projects, mentors, and investors can interact freely, enabling permissionless ecosystem inclusivity and unlimited integrations as a determining factor separating it from similar accelerator programs. Dominic Williams, founder and chief scientist of the Definity Foundation, described the platform as a global platform for everyone in a statement. He said, by creating a Web3 based global platform for everyone, we're able to bring together top talent, projects, investors, and mentors to create a credible and trustless marketplace, offering equal opportunity and access to all qualified projects. Traditional accelerator programs are permissioned and operate as silos. Many are also not sustainable and rely on grants. Olympus is a new model. Okay. So that's cool that they're going to help start these accelerator programs. That's really needed because there's a lot of innovation happening on the internet computer, and these projects are really the lifeblood of the internet computer. And the people running these are really doing this as like a passion project. I mean, I talk to a guy all the time named Passion Planet, and he's the one who really helped get my game, and so it's just like the game going, and it's just like the passion of the ICP community is there, and now we need the funding to make passion a reality. And so that I really resonate with stuff like this because this is what it takes to have a successful ecosystem, community, and foundation for your crypto projects. And this is going to set that foundation for the foundation. So it's pretty cool. Accelerator. So the new platform will purportedly feature what Dfinity calls a trustless perpetual loop, providing on-chain verification of key project growth metrics via the infrastructure of the Internet Computer Protocol. Pretty cool. So Olympus was developed with support from Hong Kong-based Web3 Labs, a blockchain accelerator, and with mentorship and other support from investors and partners at VC funds, including Finbushi Capital, Fundamental Labs, SoftBank Vision Fund, New Tribe Capital, and all the rest of those. Pretty interesting to see an accelerator. Now, another good little nugget, little piece of news here. It looks like 24 hours to launch here. 410. So it looks like it might have already unlocked. So Dragon's game is landing on Helix. DKP USDC trading pair unlocks tomorrow at 3:33 p.m. CEST. So are you ready to soar with us? So that's pretty cool that they're over here on Helix. So they're getting exposure. They have the funding to make this game possible. They have the funding to give you the best product possible listed on exchanges. This is what we like to see. I'd like to also see it listed on MEXC if it's not already, and other places like that. So that's pretty interesting. Now, I want to play this game. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. I want to play the beta. I just want to see, how fun this game is. And I'll buy a DKP now that it's not like 3,000 a token. That was very smart for a gaming token. Nobody wants to play a game with a token worth about $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a piece because you would just get so many fractional parts of it. It just wouldn't seem like you're getting a lot. So they fractionalized their DKP. Now it's worth like, I don't know, a penny, 10 cents, like some amount. We could actually go check it out real quick. Let's just go to ICPSWAP. We can look at Renegade token too. Then we're going to talk about something very important after that I think everybody needs to hear, and that we need to recap. We talked about this before on the channel. I don't even need to do that right now. So let's go look at what they did to this DKP token. Really quick here. Let's see. 10.89 million total value locked just on ICPSWAP. Not bad. So let's just look at DKP. Dragon Karma points. As you see, it's 1 penny. 1 penny. So about 20,000 in the last 24 hours. $32,000 locked. Yeah, so it had a nice little move to the upside since launch. It started right about half a penny, went up to about 1.14. Now it's sitting right around here at 1.1. So this is pretty cool. Yeah, so one ICP is 1,465 DKPs. So that's pretty interesting. Let's look at our Renegade token, see what's going on here. Oh, it went, wow, it had a nice little move to the upside there. It seems to be holding really strong. You know, we did have a bit of a, little recovery here, or retracement here, and then nice little volatility. We're above where we were before. I can't really talk about price or anything, but you can see what's happening here. Looking pretty good. It's about 904,000 Renegade for one ICP. Nice $705 in volume. 4,000 the last 7 days, not too bad. You know, so, and we had liquidity over here a lot. This is for our game. If you haven't seen the game, let's see, there we go, right here. This is the game. You can see your Renegade balance in the game. Pretty interesting. So you can play this. You can also see your Renegade balance in here. But yeah, if you get your fastest time up here, you'll see your lifetime. You can post it on Twitter, and you could win Renegade token. So that's that. Yeah. So and then this Renegade token is for that, and then you can also get your ICP Renegades NFTs too. So pretty cool. Now, for something very important, Coinbase has a 70% chance of full dismissal in SEC lawsuit, litigation analyst says. So the internet computer, ICP, was named in a lawsuit aimed at Coinbase, a cryptocurrency market and trading platform. And the internet computer suffered the brunt of that and went all the way down to about $2.87 when this news came. This has been a huge catalyst for the SEC to try to say that every crypto is a security without saying a crypto is a security. So they're going to go after the place that trades the crypto. The only place where you can exchange crypto for US dollars is an exchange. And they went after Coinbase and they went after Binance, the two biggest cryptocurrency exchanges in the entire world. One is the biggest in the US and the other is biggest internationally. And so this kind of behavior by the SEC really affects the price of crypto in the market while this happens. It's a short-term thing, and they're trying to, have no clarity in laws and rules and just be able to farm Coinbase, Ripple, any other place for money. It's a money farm to them. They can't figure out, well, how are we going to regulate this to get money? So let's just regulate by enforcement. Well, the good news is that Annalisa Torres, the judge that was overseeing the SEC case against XRP Ripple Labs, ruled that XRP was not a security on the secondary market, and Coinbase is the secondary market. It is where you trade and you interact with crypto, and it is called the secondary market. So that sets a precedent for any other crypto that is exchanged on either Coinbase or Binance, that it is not a security if it is traded on the secondary market like Coinbase. So this sets a precedent to say that this lawsuit, when it reaches a judge's eyes, and comes before that judge, that he will have a 70% chance to dismiss this case in full. That it will not even want to hear what the SEC has to say about it because of how they are coming at Coinbase. for listing potential securities on the secondary market. And this kind of thing is absolutely what is wrong with the SEC and what they're doing. They need to spend the time that they are spending in court writing up like rules and regulations that companies can follow, like Coinbase, so that they don't list securities on the market. And what is a security, right? And this is going to take time. So what they are doing, they're like, well, we need money now. So we're just going to sue, say it's a security, and then later on, if it's not, then, do they have to give the money back? If it's, like eventually down the road, say Ripple pays $2 billion, whatever. And then later on down the road, they're like, well, no, these aren't securities. These are asset class commodity. This is asset class, whatever. They label it as an asset or whatever they label it as, then it could set a precedent going back. Hey, well, now you have to give that $2 billion back because it's not a security. And that doesn't happen. The government doesn't give back money. They're like, oh, we were wrong. Not a security now. It was back then. So that they just play these games. And that's how they're able to get money. They have real sharks and really greedy people working for our government. So that's how it's able to survive, is all these greedy people. I guess. I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but yeah. All right, now it's time for the massive dump news. This was huge. We're not going to read this. I just wanted to talk about that, go over that, give you guys an understanding of another reason. And I think this is very important to note that, yes, the FTX thing was the catalyst that moved ICP from the crazy, staggering all-time highs down to, that under the $10 level. And then after that, we never would have seen a $3 ICP, which was good for everybody who was able to buy ICP at $3. So thank you, SEC, for giving us a better buying opportunity at $3, which we would have never seen had that not happened. We might have seen like $3.90. We never would have seen under $3 though, and that SEC news pushed us down. So maybe we should be thanking the SEC for allowing us to buy ICP at $3. So $15. Is $15 right now the new $3? Well, I think it is. We're going to have to look at this volume, 192. As long as we stay, this is good volume. I don't know, this looks good to me. Staying at this nice consistent volume, even going up at these levels, that means people are stacking up ICP at these levels. This was the Fibonacci golden retracement right around $15. Let's see what the volume went to when we went way down to, where did it go? 15.14. I was real close. I said like 15.50, I think. So 25 cents off when we were sitting at like $17. I called this level, so that's pretty good. This volume is starting to pick up, which is good. We needed this retracement. We're down about 14% in the last 7 days. So that isn't a huge move to the downside in the last 7 days, but that's 15% basically cheaper that you could buy ICP right now from where we were at about 1823. This is a healthy correction. Of course, it does do that, move to the upside before it goes down because it wants to fake out, shake out before the breakdown. Fake out, flake out before the breakdown. But this is good volume, 56. We are number 19 now. 462 million circulating supply. So that's interesting. I don't think I have ICP. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this looks bad in the short term, but I'm glad. It's bad, but I'm glad because this is what we need to see. We're gonna look, since it's the daily. Let's see how far we have recovered. Look at this. Look at that. Right exactly where I said on my last video, 1554. Wow. It did go down, but it closed back up in this area where I was telling you that we were going to go. This is where I just projected ICP to go right here, and it did. But let's look at this move from the top to the bottom and see how far down. So that's beautiful. We went down almost 30%. This is exactly what we want to see. Exactly. And we could possibly even dip down a little further, to about 15. 29. Or let's see right here, 1450. I don't see us going any lower than 1450 though. There is a possible move down, and if we get this down, we'll look how far down 1450 is, because this is definitely a possibility. This could be our full 30% pullback. Yeah, so that is, whoops, I don't know what just happened there. Can you go away, please? 1450. Yeah, that's a 30.92% recovery. If we go down, we're not going lower than that. This is a textbook recovery. This is textbook. This is exactly why I said we were going down to these levels, and I'm really looking at 1454 as a huge buying. I would be stacking my bag so much at this level. Right here is a really good time too, because this is previous resistance area, as you see, all the way from 17 down to this 1450. This is going to be a huge support level. So if we go down, it might only wick, and it came pretty close to that. So we're looking at about a 28% correction already. We don't have to go down further, but if we do, I'm looking at this 1450 area. And if we recover, we're gonna look at what that could mean. We had like some sort of a bull flag. I don't even know if I would even call a bull flag anymore. Oh, yeah. See, that's looking more like a descending, broadening wedge. Yeah, I don't think we have a bull flag anymore. I mean, we can't even. Yeah, it broke to the downside. So there's no more bull flag, which kind of sucks. Yeah, dang. I was looking for a nice move to the upside, but we do have this descending. Yeah, that could be bearish too. Broadening wedge. It's just kind of looking bearish on everything right now. I am looking for a big move back up to about $24 to $30, but now let's find that in the charts. So let's go look at this weekly. We got to kind of, when in doubt, zoom out. We got to look at this weekly. Let's get rid of these now that you saw that I called this level. This is why you have to follow my channel. You have to subscribe to this channel. On the weekly, it is looking pretty decent. We could have some sort of a bull flag happening on the weekly. Little bull pin here. So there is a little bit of good news here, and I don't know how high this would bring us at all, but maybe that $24, $30 area. Okay. So it depends on where we break out. If we break out this week, we could be heading up to $24. So this is what I'm really looking for, a nice clean breakout. If it takes a little while, a couple weeks, let's see, next week, about $22. The week after, we're looking at about $21.90. So we're gonna hopefully be moving to this big 20-ish dollar area pretty soon. I'm just looking for that, especially because this is previous resistance over here, and this is an area that I'm really watching all the way up to this 3130-ish 3042 area. This is an area that I'm looking for our next big leg to the upside, because as you see with this, let's see how much this candle moved in 1 week from bottom to top. That's a 135% candle. So if we move another 135% up in a candle, hold on, let's Whoops. Yo, didn't mean to do that. So 100, okay, 135%. Brings us right to this previous resistance up here at like 40 bucks. Let's see, let's just do that because that's going to leave as soon as I do that. $43. So if we can get another crazy candle like that, or even like this one, let's get rid of all these. We can even get a 41% move. So even a 41% move from where we're at right here brings us to $22. So easily going to $20, $30 very, very soon. I see this happening somewhere around the end of the halving, after the halving, when all the manipulation, the volatility kind of calms down a little bit. This RSI has nicely gone down to about 62. We did see it at about 61 over here, 91. We're sitting only 1 point higher than that. But last time the moving average was at 72. Now the moving average is overbought at 68. So this is a very healthy correction. It has reset all of the key parameters for the internet computer. There is big moves coming very soon that I'm seeing in the overall sentiment of the market. But let's look what's happening in the market right this very second. And everything is looking very fearful. This is the best time. Guys, if you're new to ICP, people ask me all the time, this isn't financial advice, but you're watching me on YouTube about the internet computer. So you're probably wondering when a good time to buy is. And I can't advise you on that. But if I was buying to become successful, to make money, I would be scooping it up at $15 when we just have a nice, healthy 28 to 30% correction from where we were. We're still in the bull market. Bitcoin is doing weird stuff right now, so that's kind of hard to judge. So I just take all that information into account. I choose a risk factor, and I always have that before I go into a trade. What is the risk of this trade that I'm making right now? What are the chances that if I buy ICP right now, in 3 months, I'm going to be in the profit? In 6 months, am I going to be in the profit? Those are the kind of things that I look at. I look at, okay, where did we come from? What point of the bull market are we in? What is ICP doing right now in the ecosystem? What is the overall news? Has, the SEC done anything else about Coinbase? Not really. So a lot of things are looking bullish, but watch out, because that black swan, the SEC loves to come in, especially when the market is pumping or when it's dumped, and give a banger. So always be ready for that. But if we don't have any black swan crazy event, I think $15.70 is the ultimate opportunity. If you miss $3, if you miss the $10 dip, do not miss the $15 dip, because you're like, well, it's going to go back to 10. I know it is. Well, it might, but I don't think it's going to. And I think if I was putting all of the risk to reward ratio in this, I would be putting money in at $15.70, especially when we just moved from that $17, $18 accumulation range down to this 15, so that the whales can get in for cheaper, and then they will push the price back up. This is the most important thing to note right here is the CFGI. On the 4 hour, everything is negative except the whales, because the whales are scooping up ICP right now. Everything else, the technicals are negative, right? Just like I told you, negative. I was just looking for the positive in it today, because our next move is going to be huge. But when is that going to happen? I think it's going to happen in the next 2 months. We're going to see $30 in the next couple of months. And so, yeah, this is when I'd be buying. When everybody's fearful except the whales, I'm buying crypto. I really, really like what the whales do. And again, the whales are neutral on the daily because it's already pumped down to this $15, and everything else is fearful. The technical is neutral. Order book is very negative. And again, this search and social are positive because the internet computer is more than just a crypto. It's a community. It's a movement. So, and then let's look at this short term just to see what exactly. Yeah, even in the short term, everything is looking very negative, and this is very good. You want to be greedy when people are fearful. You have to. That's the only way you're going to survive in this market, is to understand that, yes, this all looks bad. It's all red flags, but the red flags are what we look for a buying opportunity. And this dominance looking positive, surge very negative. So on the short term, people are they're not understanding ICP at $3. Come on, guys. ICP at $3. ICP at $15. This is what you just have to understand. That it's going to be this, constant, test of these previous areas. So get ready for these next areas to come in. Like this is what 23. These are the levels all the way up to this $26, and then even this, $30 area. These are our next big levels that we're going to see, just like we saw these right here, back here. Big level at 1320. Look at that. Big level right here at about 1090. Okay, and then we go all the way up. Look where we're at right now, 1550. Look, if we go back, look at this area of support. For how many weeks? This area right here is where we are testing right now. And this was back in March of 2022, a little less than a year after launch. Now we are sitting way over here. We went through all of this together. We were able to accumulate ICP at some incredible prices, ride these waves up, from $5 to $10. That's a 2x profit in the bear market. I'll take a 2x profit in the bear market every day. And then we went from what? 379, 335, all the way up to 829, 823. So that's almost a 3x gain in the bear market. So all of us that stuck through the bear market, we took profits in the bear market too. When it went up, we bought at 3, we bought at 5, we sold at 10, we bought at 3, we sold at 9. Now we're buying at like this $2 area, and then we're holding it at 15 and just buying more. So the internet computer is absolutely the one to watch. It is nice and creating these beautiful, beautiful accumulation areas. Look at this. I mean, between these two sections right here, that is a lot of beautiful accumulation. And then this previous top over here at this 1419, we could see right around that 1450. That would be a perfect 30% correction. That would go to the top of where we landed before this breakout candle up here. So I would definitely be buying ICP at 1570, but I would also be having these orders in down at this 1450, 1419 area, just in case we do go down a little bit before the Bitcoin halving and really start to move to this upside and see these levels again. But again, we're going to see some resistance about 1916, which is going to be significant resistance or a breakout area. So it's kind of both. There's a box area here and then a breakout area. So, but there is going to be a lot of resistance at $23. So whether we wick up and touch that, as you see, we only went to about this $21 area over here, which is that breakout. So I think it's going to be more of a box area than a breakout area. As you see, because we only wicked into that area, and that's how you kind of tell the difference. It's going to be a box area or a breakout. Kind of looks like both, but I think it's going to be a box area of resistance. So that's where we're headed with ICP. I really want to look at CKB too, but I just want to make sure that I have like a CKB community, because I don't want to mess up my channel and then like it doesn't do good for CKB. So I'm going to do CKB videos because, dang, let's just go look at it real quick though, because this thing went up to 4 cents. Did I double my money in CKB in less than a month? Did I double my CKB money in a month? 1 month? And I just got in this crypto not even that long ago. beautiful breakout of this previous resistance here at 24.092 from the last time we looked at it. This is looking pretty sexy to me, man. Look at that, double. So I got in right here at about, a little under let's just say 2 cents. So I got in at about 2 cents. It went all the way up to 4 cents. And I doubled my money in a matter of how long? Well, 1-2 weeks. I doubled my money in 2 weeks. Dang, 2 weeks. I doubled my money in 2 weeks. So CKB is on fire, on fire. So thank you, Six Figs. Thank you, Jordan Mack, for telling me about CKB. I was like, man, where should I buy CK? Because I was like, man, you guys finally talked me in, to looking at this crypto. And I look at it, but how do I, where do I get in? They're like a penny. I'm like, yeah, but it's not going to go to a penny again. So where do I get in? You tell me to get in right here. They're like, yeah, you should have got in at a penny or under a penny. That's what they told me a long time. I think Six Figs told me that a long time. I was like, when do I get in? Under a penny. Okay, well, were we under a penny? Oh my God, we were way under a penny. Darn it. I could have listened all this time. And I would have made how much? From like, that's a 20x gain. Like under 0.2. Let's just say 0.002. And it went to 4 cents. That's a 20x gain. In how long? I mean, just a couple of months. 20x. That's why I like crypto. That's CKB, man. CKB. Let's go. Make me money. Make daddy some money. Buy me a Tesla. Buy daddy a Tesla. I don't need a Lambo. I do want a Tesla, though, just not with LED lights, because I hate people that drive with LED lights. They hurt my eyes. Oh, yes! We got a super chat from my man, Lewis. Lewis, thank you. He says, $1.99, fam. Super sticker. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. I got in at, okay. $1.49 is a good price. Dang. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Elgin Gone, my guy. He bought some ICP today. And I hope you guys are really taking these price targets seriously. Like, I don't make these videos, to just, say things that aren't going to help people. I would just not make videos if that was the case. I make these videos because I am an expert on this. This is what I do. I am an expert on internet computer. I don't care what anybody says. And reading the charts is just another thing that I do. So hit the like, Renegades. Let's go. Our moderator, Foxfire, and one of our biggest ICP Renegades NFT holders. So shout out to you for that. Thank you for your support. And you as well, Lewis, for the super chat. That really, that makes my day. Thank you. ICP will outperform Chainlink. Okay. Yeah, the graphics running slow. We're going to fix that. I need to talk to the dev because, one, my Renegade balance isn't showing, and we already paid him for this. So we're going to get that fixed. And then that lag is weird. Never had that lag before, and it's not my – so we got to definitely talk with him about that because those graphics, they ran perfectly. So definitely going to have to see what's up with that. What about Boom Now? I like Boom Down what they're doing, but man, I guess they drained the treasury. I don't see all that BS. What are they doing now? Did they leave? Did they take the money and run? I mean, everybody is starting to talk all this stuff, and it's just like, man, this is bad for the ecosystem. We have this cool gaming platform. They took money, they raised money. They have the right to do with that money, as long as for the benefit of the project, whatever they will. Now, if they use it nefariously, then I'm with you guys. Screw them. But let's give them a chance to prove. So yeah, I mean, I just don't like the negativity. We don't need that in the ICP ecosystem. You want to take the treasury and run, then dip. If you want to take the treasury and make it for the benefit of the platform, then welcome. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Period. So for our protection, BS. Yeah. See, we're not going to talk about that. You guys can talk amongst yourselves about that, but I don't know if it is or not. They're still in the community. They're still doing big things. And they are one of the biggest integration platforms to integrate gaming to the internet computer. So we need a new Boom DAO, or we need Boom DAO to step up, because I personally have talked to the guys. I don't know them because they're anonymous. I've talked to them on a video. They run the Plethora platform. I used to make videos on that. I don't really know the guys because, like I said, they're anonymous. They didn't tell me their identity, which is kind of a red flag anyway. But those kind of things, I don't know. I hope they're doing good things. Time will tell. They all obviously still have support from a lot of different people in the ecosystem. So I'm kind of split on it right now. I don't really know what to think about it. And that's just my honest opinion. I don't know. I really don't. And I just want to keep the community safe. But at the same time, we need these platforms and projects to accelerate the internet computer. So it's a very, very tough deal, guys. So he says, I hope I have enough for the bull run. Me too. That's the thing. That's why I'm working so hard right now. I'm late today because I was sleeping, because I wore myself out while I'm sick. I'm trying to earn money because I need to move. I'm making cash every day just to stick to the side for when I move in 3 months to a different city, finally be on my own in my life, on my own 2 feet. For the first time in 15 years, without any support from anything, any system, anything. I'm going to be on my own. And a lot of this is thanks to Dfinity and giving me these grants to make content. Now I'm able to move to the next step in my life. And this is why I've thanked them so much for what they did for me, is because I was in such a perilous situation. I was starting to come out of it when I met Dfinity, but I lost a lot of money in the last bull market, which kind of really messed me over. And then, I got these grants and started buying ICP, and then it kind of worked out. And now I'm moving from like this dingy apartment. I don't even have it. Like there's so many things. When I moved in here, the sink didn't even work. And so it's not like I want a bigger and better place. It's just like I want a place where I'm comfortable, that everything is taken care of. And now I'm going to be able to do that. I'm stacking up a bunch of cash. I have a lot of ICP locked up that's going to unlock in July. And I don't really want to spend that. I'm like, I want it for the bull market. So what I'm doing is trying to save as much cash as possible, money from my second job, because this is my first job. It's really my second job, but from my job that I do, so that I can get out of here and I can save that ICP for 2025 when I have the rest of it unlocking. So I have some unlocking in July, which is going to allow me a cushion. So this is what I'm saying. I'm saving up a bunch of money, but I have ICP as a cushion. So that's why I only have a certain amount unlocking, in July, is, because I told Dfinity I'd lock it up for a certain period of time with the grant. So I was able to do that. And now it's unlocking. So say I get, $6,000 to $10,000. I'm not saying that's how much I'm going to get, but say I get that much, from working my job for 3 months, and just putting money away, like living frugally. And then I have, like $10,000 in ICP or whatever it is. I don't know, $5,000, whatever the amount is at the time. Then I will have a cushion. So if anything happens, crazy and $6,000 isn't enough, then I have that cushion. So this is going to allow me to move to the next step in my life. I get to move closer to my daughter. I get to be, financially independent. I get to, just become the me that I was supposed to be. And so I'm glad I was able to share that with you guys. I get a little emotional talking about it because I've been in my current situation for about 15 years, 13, whatever, however long, 13 to 15 years. And now I'm finally going to be able to move on. So it makes me a little emotional that I'm able to do that. So yeah. Anyway, got me tearing up now. But yeah. So happy, but it's tears of joy, because I worked hard for this. I really did, for a long time, from getting sober to, moving on. I didn't get my license till I was 32. I'm a late bloomer. I messed up a lot when I was young. I was really smart. I didn't like to go to school because they taught everybody and I was like 10 steps ahead and I had to wait for everybody to catch up. And it was hard for me. And then I had bad teachers and stuff like that. I just had a really hard upbringing. And to be able to, yes, thank you for the super chat. To be able to be successful after where I came from, and show my daughter, that I am the man, that she would be happy to call her dad, and so that's the joy that I get. And ICP was just a catalyst to help me get here. I love crypto and stuff. I give all glory to God for that. ICP is something that helped me get to where I'm going to need to be, but all glory goes to God for, the continued almost 2010. So almost 14 years of sobriety. November 3rd, 2010 is my clean date. Being able to have a great relationship with my daughter, a great relationship with my family. Those are the important things to me. So, and internet, now I have a good career. So it's like life is coming, all together, everything. Like I have a great family, a great, friends. I have a great life. And now I'm going to be financially independent. Thank you. Another super chat. Now I'm going to be financially independent. Thank you, Captain Dinosaur. He says here from the beginning, the content, keep it up. And thank you, Talks with Ryan. He said, thank you for all the great ICP news, man. I hope the best for you. Man, you deserve it. I'll walk that same road. It's hard, but also well worth it. Yeah. And man, it was some of the hardest, decisions that I've ever had to make. By long-term, sobriety, because it's at 6 months you want to use, at a year you want to use, at 18 months. And now I'm at like 14 years and I haven't even thought about, using in years. My life is so good, and that's why I used back in the day. I'm not going to lie. I had a bad divorce. My ex-wife cheated on me, whatever. It was just a really hard time in my life. And so I started using drugs so I didn't have to deal with it. And then you deal with it eventually. But yeah, almost 14 years, man, of sobriety. My life is great. I got a car. I'm getting ready to move out on my own. I have a nice stack of ICP that could buy me a future house. I have a business. I have an NFT, a game, and a cryptocurrency. Like, life is good. Life is good. So I just want to encourage you guys. The price goes down, the price goes up, but life is good. ICP is the crypto that is going to, change the way that we see crypto and Web3 and the way we see blockchain as a whole. So he says, I've cleaned up. Since 2008, God makes things happen. He does. He's corrected every wrong that has happened to me in my life. That makes me emotional too. So yeah, God is a healer. He's a redeemer. I'm going to stop before I get more emotional. Thank you guys for coming in. That being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bang!